concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Bagley is out there with John Collins. Then it's White. Then it's Ben McLemore. And it's Kennard in at the 2 spot. And for Brooklyn, we've got Aaron Gordon. He's out there with Porzingis. Lowry out there with Durant. And it's Love in at the shooting guard position. Halfway through the season here, Brent, how do coaching staffs shake things up and keep things fresh over the long 82-game season?
I think coaches who are really smart, Kevin, can be a bit programmable where they're looking ahead at the schedule and saying there are blocks of games here in which we might try to change some of our defensive schemes, maybe over this 10-game stretch or 5-game stretch. Or
to keep things fresh or
yeah, because you can only do it on the mental side. As much as we talked about guys getting rested and sitting out games for maintenance issues and load management and those kind of things, the tweaks that you can make on the floor in terms of a couple of new sets on offense or defensively, let's make this challenge for the next few months, will grow the foundation of what coaching staffs are capable of doing with that team as they go on.
White looking around. He doesn't hit that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, earlier I spoke with Lloyd Pierce. He talked about the impact that Aaron Gordon can have, saying he's built for today's game with his mobility and strength. We've got to match his activity out there to have success. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Collins against Lowry. The shot, no good. Collins with some nice D. Back to Kennard. Second chance shot, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Yeah, Bagley with a nice job of surveying there.
Lowry against White. A floater outside for Durant. And the rejection by Collins. And they'll keep possession. And it's Gordon missing.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Outside, Bagley. White against Love. 6 on the shot clock. Right the pass to Bagley. Another shot, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Bagley's got his second basket of the night. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Outside Durant, puts up a 3. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's White, and it's sent back by KD.
The long arm of the law. Durant is not a premier shot blocker, but you wouldn't know it from that play.
Lowry can't get it to go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Collins dishes to White. Back to Collins. White the pass to Kennard. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Brooklyn. 4-point game.
Well, long legs of Kevin Durant there galloping down the lane. I don't know how you catch up there.
Now White. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. McLemore, the pass to Kennard. Beyond the arc. The Hawks again can't hit.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here is Lowry. No points in the game yet for him. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, I don't think you have to tell Porzingis twice to take shots like that. Once the ball's in his hands, he's looking to the rim.
White, good. White's got his second bucket. Brooklyn trails by 3.
And even with the shift from Budenholzer to Pierce, the Hawks continue to rely on the 3 as much as any team.
No doubt about it. I think the front office still accentuating the fact that they want to find some floor spacers after that 19th pick in John Collins, a guy that can rim run and protect the middle. They wanted to go after as much shooting as they possibly could.
So it's the Hawks now, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Kennard's shot is off.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup, you want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away those mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do things that he wasn't capable of doing when he came into the league last year. He's understanding more of where it is that he's best suited in possessions and for that offense.
Good explanation. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And Zeller kicks to T. The kick out to Barnes. And there's the pass to LeVert. Second shot opportunity. A nice shot by Zeller.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Augustine against T. Pass to McLemore. 6 to shoot. Unable to get that one. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. It's stolen by McLemore. Lopez with the block.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Aaron Baines. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game.
2 minutes left.
Barnes outside. The kick out to Lopez over Augustine. Goes back up. Zeller dishes to Barnes. LeVert the pass to Lopez. 4 on the clock. Rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Lopez kicks to T. Passes it to Zeller. Brooklyn needs to get off the shot here. LeVert from outside. Atlanta with the rebound. 58 seconds left here in the first quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
For Atlanta, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Payton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Collins is checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Three-pointer, LeVert. It's good from long range. And Brooklyn leads by 1.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Augustine, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Payton. Pass to LeVert. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Augustine looking around. From deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Brooklyn ahead, leading by just 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the versatility this roster has.
I like our depth. I like that we could play, we could play big, we could play small. We can match up with a lot of different teams.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Hawks, Collins is out there with McLemore. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Davis at the 2-guard spot. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision-making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their check down. I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off the screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision-making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. Atlanta with the ball. Following the three from Brook Lopez, here's Kennard. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Dan Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Bagley, he's checked in for Atlanta. White comes in for Davis. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Augustine against Lowry. It's Durant on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Durant's got the lead up to 2 now for Brooklyn. And And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's White. He gets that one. White's got 6 points.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Kennard. It's hauled in by Gordon. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of this one.
At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Love. Collins checked in for the Hawks. Both free throws good from Love. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Heat. Hawks passing it around. Collins passes to Bagley. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 6.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Porzingis kicks to Lowry. It's stolen by Bagley. It's stolen by Lowry. To the paint. Here's Gordon. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Collins with some nice D. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Inside, Porzingis with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. Here's KD. Bagley with the block.
Bagley timing that one well and intimidating.
Porzingis with the block. Right side, Kevin Durant. Durant drawing the double team. Stolen by Collins. And here comes White, leading the fast break. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's White. He has 6.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Brooklyn shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Teague's checked in.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Got a piece of it. Porzingis with the steal. KD against White. KD passes to Love. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 3rd assist on the night.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Johnson, he's checked in for Bagley. Augustine dishes to White. Here's Kennard. Collins kicks to Augustine. They need this. It's not going to go for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Durant down low. White on him. And Love gets it to go.
Well, I think KD getting more and more used to this off-ball movement of the Golden State Warrior offense and finds his teammates for cuts.
Now here is Augustine. He's got 9. Over Teague. They get it again. Collins. Porzingis with the block. KD drives in. And then Durant with the dunk.
I'll tell you, Durant's ability to handle the ball at his size, impossible to stop on the drive once he gets that step on you.
The Hawks trail by 13. And here's White. 6 points for him. Down low and stolen by Gordon. And here we go. Fast break. Love's got it. Teague left side. The pass to Porzingis. He kicks it to Love. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
They grab their own miss. The shot by Johnson, no good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot when they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Atlanta making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Collins. Then McLemore comes in for Luke Kennard. Davis is subbed in for White. Here's Baines. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Augustine. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Brooklyn leading by 15. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by McLemore. Here's Johnson. And Johnson with the stuff.
Crafty getting into the lane. Johnson at his size weaves in and gets the contact and initiates it on the drive.
Now here's Teague. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Barnes outside. With his first shot attempt. That shot off. And Atlanta will come the other way. Davis looking for an opening. Over Teague. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from James Johnson.
Impressive shooting touch from James Johnson. That's what the summer's for. Get your touch right. Deadly right here tonight.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Brooklyn shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Atlanta making a switch here. Collins is checked in. And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Teague against Augustine. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Brooklyn ball.
Brooklyn leading by 13. Barnes with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Right side Teague. This one for 3. Offensive rebound.
That's a battle down there. So it's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
And so it's Brooklyn riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. For Brooklyn, Kenny, what's your take?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right. And the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks.
Well, the bottom line, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakum, splaka kataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second.
Everybody starts.
The Hawks trail by 15. Aaron Gordon out there with Porzingis. And it's Durant. Then there's Lowry. And it's Love in at the two-guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Pass to Collins. Porzingis with the steal. It's Durant with the drive. And then Durant with the jam.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
Here's White. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Gordon, the pass to Porzingis. The shot missing. Collins with some nice D. Here's White. Rebound, Brooklyn. Gordon's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's McLemore. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's White. Second chance effort. Shot by Collins, no good.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. White the pass to Bagley. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class. And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
That's a big target in Porzingis, but he delivers.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Hawks, trailing by 19. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Dishes to Collins.
Sometimes you just don't have somebody on your roster to match up with the type of player that John Collins is.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
John Collins, the 19th pick to the Atlanta Hawks back in the 2017 draft. A lot of people feeling like he's a steal because of the progress he's made in these short 2 seasons.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Payton's checked in. And so Collins nails both of them. Brooklyn leading by 17. Outside Lowry. Passes to Durant. From the line, the shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 14 points for KD.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And it's White missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Tries again. Durant kicks to Porzingis. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Bagley. Here's Collins. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Collins has got 4 points now in the quarter. White against Lowry. Payton outside. Pass to Gordon. Over Collins. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got his second bucket of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
White against Lowry. And it's White missing.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious. Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Here's Bagley following the score by Aaron Gordon. McLemore dishes to Bagley. Back to McLemore. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Durant. He lobs it up. Kennard with the rebound.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Now, here's Lowry. He's guarded closely. The jump hook. Here's Gordon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first.
Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
First one falls for him. Some changes for Brooklyn. Brook Lopez is checked in for Porzingis. Barnes comes in for Kevin Durant. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Gary Payton. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, from the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
Not in
NBA.
today's game, and not with what's at stake.
Baines inside. Lopez covering. Shots good by Baines.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Lowry passes to LeVert. To the paint. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Lowry can't get it to go. The Hawks trail by 21. Here's Collins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
Zeller is checked in for Aaron Gordon.
Collins, a great high-energy player, and that's something coaches really appreciate, that players are going to come in and give them that kind of effort on a nightly basis.
Now, here's Lowry. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
Shot by Zeller, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. 19-point game. For Brooklyn, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Barnes, rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Davis down low. LeVert defending. 40 seconds left to play here in the third. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Brooklyn leading by 19 points. And it's Gigi Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Love checked in for Cody Zeller. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Whitey's checked in for Augustine. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
For Brooklyn, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
The Hawks trail by 21. Here's White. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Lowry.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Left side, Love. Off on that one. And so it's Brooklyn, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got White. Johnson is out there with Collins. Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Davis at the shooting guard. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Hawks ball.
So it's Atlanta now. Now here's White. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now here's Lowry. Here's LeVert, and he jams it with authority.
And a hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one. The Hawks trail by 21.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Johnson, and then Johnson with the jam.
Well, known for his athleticism, Johnson can sneak up on you, and that time, that dunk looking second nature.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Love up top, he's guarded by Davis. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Love. 7 points for Brook Lopez.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
White against Lowry. White drives in. He gets it in there. White's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Love the pass to Lowry. Here is Love. Three-pointer. Goes back up. Lopez kicks to Barnes. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one's on Johnson.
Continues to try to work to find some consistency, does Harrison Barnes, and right there knocking at the defense's door.
The first one falls. How often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle. You're going to react to like, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side up. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin. That's quite
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's healthy for you and your reputation.
Now here's Durant. And then Durant with the tough.
Well, maybe not the highest of flyers, Durant, but because of his reach, it's so easy for him to win above the rim.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Davis kicks to Kennard. Outside, Davis. And the layup falls.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Barnes against Collins. Now here's Durant. Defense right on him. Shot clock at 5. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
More and more polish from Porzingis, easily getting the defense off their feet. The rest is simple.
Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
LeVert the pass to Durant. On the wing, Gordon. Love in the post, guarded by McLemore. Love with the bucket. Love's got 24 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
Here's McCall. Now Bagley. To the middle, and stolen by Zeller. And now the fast break, Durant with the ball. And finished off by KD.
Love to watch KD out in transition, puts a little flair on the finish.
Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in it?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can. That's an important factor.
Now here's Zeller. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. Back to KD. Good. The nice assist for Williams. 21 points for KD. The Hawks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Here's McCall. T covering. From deep, McLemore. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
I mean, what a talent this guy is. Durant has the ability to score from anywhere and now picking his spots.
Ferguson kicks to Bagley. Now the pass to McLemore. Just 5 to shoot. Ferguson for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Payton, and the dunk by Payton.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Hawk shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Pass to McLemore. 1:49 left to play here in the fourth. Bagley with the bucket.
Going to have to do more to shut down Bagley.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Outside Williams. KD on the wing. And then Durant with the dunk.
He's been an absolute marksman the entire second half. Hard to imagine what anyone can do right now to slow him down.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Brooklyn.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for KD.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Kennard's shot is off. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting an efficient 53% from the field. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, he's won an MVP. He's won a championship. He's won a gold medal. Been the MVP in the finals. It's a pretty full resume for one Kevin Durant.
And both free throws good for Durant. Hawks have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Here's McCall. Outside for Bagley. Hands the shot with nobody near him.
Like to see him take it there. Marvin Bagley, confident play.
Here's Simons. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. And a switch here also for Atlanta. James Johnson's checked in for Marvin Bagley.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
A nice shot by LeVert.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going fully on display here.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on the break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat him down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.